Well, the evidence is there. We now know that people play Flesh and Blood. So are you still a non-believer, or are you finally seeing that people believe in this game? The Calling Las Vegas just happened. And considering the game is only 2 years old, we're still dealing with the pandemic, people have to travel, which means they have to come up with the money to do so, and due to inflation and job loss and just the whole shape of the economy right now, this is more difficult than ever. And despite all of this, the Tales of Aria premiere brought in over 900 players. This is phenomenal. This is evidence that Flesh and Blood is actually played, that tons of people are interested in this game, that everybody loves this game, that people are willing to spend a lot of money to travel, to go to this big event, to be a part of it, to join the premiere of Tales of Aria. People love this game. And the best part about all of this is it's just destroyed any argument from, well, let's be real, a lot of angsty Magic the Gathering players who think Flesh and Blood is a scam or it's in a bubble and people who play it are stupid, because there are a lot of those people. You know, being involved in the Flesh and Blood community, you kind of forget about it. You don't really see it that much. But then you maybe come across a Reddit post or see the comments on one of Rudy's videos and you remember, oh yeah, people hate this game. They hate this game. They think it's awful. They think nobody plays. They do genuinely believe it's in a bubble and that it's going to pop, and all these dumb idiots who play are going to lose all their money because they're all investors. And, you know, we can just show them an image of the Calling Las Vegas and there you go, argument over. Like, you're wrong. You're just wrong. People play this game. People love this game. People believe in this game. Flesh and Blood is going to stand the test of time. You don't draw in this many people and then fail the next year. You don't have this dedicated of a customer base and then fail the next year. At least not if you're a company like LSS that very clearly knows what they're doing and they care about the game. They put their hearts and souls into this game. It's a very small company with the creator of the game at its head. So we're not going to see the same thing happen to Flesh and Blood as happened with Magic anytime soon. We're not going to see some corporate overlords tell everybody below them to change the design philosophy and the focus from making a good game to making a profitable game, and therefore a broken game. We're not going to see that with Flesh and Blood anytime soon. And this matters because if LSS did go that direction, their game would flop. The game would die. If it became suddenly unfun and broken and unmanageable, the game would die. It hasn't been around long enough to build that established player base that has all the nostalgia for it. So yes, it would die, but we're not going to see that. LSS isn't going to colossally mess up on that level. The worst that could happen is we get a card or a hero and it has to get banned. That's not enough to kill a game. That's not going to kill Flesh and Blood. So they have to make a mistake on a colossal level at this point to destroy the game, and you're just not going to see that. The only other thing I could see messing this up is some catastrophic world event. I know we're still kind of dealing with one, and the game is thriving under these conditions. Like, what is it going to look like in 5 to 10 years when we're hopefully living in more free societies and things are back to normal, and the game just really gets to take off and spread its wings and do what it wants to do? This game is going to be huge, and I am also unbelievably excited to see callings at Canada, to see events here in Ontario, because the most likely cities for these to take place are only a few hours drive from me. So it's within driving distance for an event in Toronto or Hamilton or Niagara Falls or somewhere like that. I would be able to actually attend. And I love this. People play this game. I don't want to hear, no one plays this game's in a bubble, family's gonna die. I'm tired of it. I'm not tired of the jokes about it, but I'm tired of actually hearing it. Like, I've had enough. If you're a Magic player, you don't like Flesh and Blood, you've seen this video, thumbnail caught your attention, you're listening to me right now, it's time to give it up. People love this game. Whether you like that or not doesn't matter. People love this game. Whether you think we're idiots still, I mean, fine, but clearly it has an unbelievably solid foundation of devoted players who will stick by this game and who will continue to play over the years. Flesh and Blood is gonna last a long time. Now, this doesn't just mean that there's going to be more big events and that the player base is going to be unbelievably active for this game, because it is, and that is true. But if Flesh and Blood is gonna last a long time because of this, then that means that all this old product, all these first edition boxes, Monarch, Tales of Aria, these cold foil promos, the cold foils you pull in first edition, all of these collectible cards, they're gonna be worth a lot of money in the future. A lot of money. You gotta remember this, folks. We're in on Flesh and Blood in the early days. We're only 5 sets in. This game will be around in 10 years. I'm just saying.